Here we go, Seattle day one. Are you ready to do that much game again just to find out what happens?
Javi. Oh. Easy. You okay, Abs?
Yeah, just... What's up?
Been searching everywhere for you. We've been called up. Isaac wants us at the front.
What? Are you serious?
I'm afraid so. We should hustle.
We're leaving now?
Yes. Vámonos.
Okay.
Oh yeah, it kills all the buildup that we've been playing the past 20-something hours for.
Hey,
All of the rising action
Yeah,
is
who was
just
it this
gone.
time?
We're gonna do it all again from the other side. Except it's not really rising action. Because again,
Oh, the
like,
scientist.
without getting into what
Nice.
it is very much a side adventure kind of thing. Where it's like, we have our own rising action in this own subplot. We have the climax of it. And only after this subplot is done, then it's, oh shit, Ellie's here. Let's go to the theater and resolve that other thing that we cared about with the first plot line that we were doing.
Yet, here we are.
So the plot line that we do here gets to be mostly resolved, start to finish. And then we finish this stuff with Ellie. And then we put a bow on the whole thing, is basically the way the storytelling order goes. But, you know, if the game wants to make you sympathetic towards Abby and understand her perspective, I feel like it should do so because delving into her story is something that you are genuinely interested in at this point, as opposed to getting the player to play it just by dangling that carrot on the stick of, oh, just keep on going. Any second now, you're gonna get up back to that climax that we left you on a cliffhanger on. Like, it kind of, in a storytelling perspective, it kind of holds the stuff that you really care about hostage as a means to force you to play the stuff that, you know, you no longer have as much interest in playing because it feels a lot more forced. It feels like a requirement to see the thing that you actually care about. Took English classes through high school, fairly certain this story would have gotten a C if I submitted it. And, you know, I honestly never really considered the idea of, you know, I'm honestly surprised I hadn't considered it before the stream, that suggestion of if they had just done one story start to finish and then, like, the other where they're, like, different save files or something like that. I think that it would be kind of interesting if it's, like, give the player their own choice or something like that. In terms of, like, you can play either one whenever you want. Either have Ellie's story start to finish, and, like, it has a fine enough conclusion, it feels like an end to things, and then you can be like, huh, that was an interesting game that has some thought-provoking ideas. I want to kind of explore it more. And then you see that you can play Abby's story and, like, the game continues and you can start a whole new save file, a whole new adventure with a different character with her own unique skill trees and weapons and stuff like that. And then that would also feel more natural gameplay-wise as opposed to, like, you built up all this stuff that you've been stockpiling. Surprise! It's gone. You're playing a different character. You're starting from zero again. Get ready to build all that up again. So it's kind of shitty gameplay-wise and storytelling-wise. So it would be nice if, and drawing parallels to Jackson about, like, having a, you know, established community and people that you know and stuff like that.
You get what you
Clearly
get.
drawing parallels. But yeah, either have that, so that you beat Ellie's story and it's like, huh, that was interesting. I would like to explore this story more. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It's like a Sonic Adventure or Sonic X Shadow Generations, where it's like, do Sonic's story, or do Shadow's story. I don't know if you have to beat Sonic's story to do Shadow's story in that. I haven't played the game myself. I would say either do that, or after you've gotten the scene where Joel dies and we set out on the adventure, when it starts out as like Seattle Day 1 for both of the heroes, then you unlock Abby's save file there. And there's nothing stopping you from then, like, seeing Ellie's story all the way through start to finish if you want to. Or you can just switch over to Abby and play her story start to finish if you want to. Like, if the agency was given to the player so that you can explore the story in your own way and see the parallels between these characters on your own terms, as opposed to oh, there's this thing you really want to see, you don't get to see it until we forcibly tell you about all these other parallels we want to tell you about first. And again, I feel like the impact of those parallels is diminished because at this point in the game, you don't care about it. You're not given reason to care about it at this point because the thing that you've been given the most reason to care about is that cliffhanger that you've just been left on. It is a really frustrating means of storytelling.
You don't know that's what it is.
At least Leah might be home from the TV station sooner.
Well, there's that, yeah. I should run. May your survival be long.
And may your death be swift.
You should let the player explore the story in their own way because you've made like a genuinely super interesting story. And I do think that there is a lot genuinely really interesting going on with the story of Last of Us Part 2. I think that they were cooking up like something really good here. I think the format is the thing that hurts it the most. Because with Abby's story, they actually do a lot of interesting things. There's a lot of interesting parallels and interesting arguments that her story makes. But the fact that it's just so disconnected from Ellie's story, and the fact that it doesn't feel like something that you're hopping into because you genuinely just want to take the time to explore this and play more game. It feels like, hey, this is just the requirement to get to the thing that we're dangling in front of you of the cliffhanger you want to see resolved. It is just extremely frustrating. When I was playing through this casually with my family just to see what the story was like after we watched season 1 of the show, my family had told me that if they were playing the game rather than me and just playing through it casually to see the story, at the cliffhanger and finding out that you had to do like the 3 days as Abby to like catch up again, that's where they would stop playing. And I'm sure that's where a lot of people did stop playing this game.
Abby,
How you feeling?
fantastic. Would you please tell him to get rid of this?
Oh, I've tried.
I'll get rid of mine soon.
I look good.
But now at this point, I want to get my truck back and get like some nice photos with my truck with like a full-on beard before I take it off.
For you, I
And
will.
I'll probably fully shave once I find a working razor. But yeah, cannot fault anyone for doing that. Yeah, same. Like, I do think that if you go all the way through this story and, you know, take it all in, I do think that there is a pretty good story going on here. They had something pretty good going on, and it makes a lot of interesting arguments. But the way they tell it just shoots it in the foot so much. And again, it seems like some of the things are being fixed with the show version. What with all these Ellie flashbacks, a lot of them at least, being done during episode 1. And then episode 2 is where the game begins. Like, I like those kinds of changes there. But considering they've announced that they're doing 2 seasons, season 2 and season 3 of the show to cover the events of part 2, I have no doubt that season 2 is going to be Ellie's story up until that cliffhanger. And then audiences that are experiencing the story for the first time through the show are going to be freaking pissed off as they wait for season 3. When season 2 ends with Abby being like, we let you live and you wasted it. Cut to black. Wait however many months or years until season 3. I think it's not going to be as long of a gap between season 1 and 2. It sounds like they're already producing season 3. And that's probably going to come out next year is what it sounded like.
Sorry, Abby.
It's probably not too long of a wait. But you know, experiencing the story for the first time, just being left on the most brutal cliffhanger. And then you start watching season 3 when it's finally out, waiting to see how that cliffhanger gets resolved. And then you have to wait like a month and a half worth of episodes in before you actually see that cliffhanger. So I think the first time show watchers, like those that are experiencing the story for the first time through the show, are probably going to have it even rougher. Because they're probably going to have to wait like a year and a half at the earliest compared to the game players that are just going to have to, you know, keep on playing but go hard at it. But yeah, hell, make it like Pokemon with the dual games, The Last of Us Ellie and The Last of Us Abby and The Last of Us Ellie. Oh god.
Burritos.
Yeah, imagine they did something like that. Imagine how little Last of Us Abby would sell.
What are you doing?
That game would freaking tank.
Hey, man, there's a line.
Kenny, what the fuck?
Excuse me.
Wait your turn like the rest of us.
That's what I feel like would happen realistically.
So embarrassing. Why do you have 3? Put one back.
Look, we're getting sandwiches. Parallels.
Coming with us.
Manny?
Where's your pack? In the room?
Why are you?
And
doing
then we're
this
going
to
out
me?
on patrol, just like Ellie did with Jesse in the
tired of
show or
bullshit.
Dina in the game,
Does she know
after
I'm
getting
on
the
this
bigot
drive?
sandwiches.
She does.
And she's cool with it.
Like, and a different thing
Why
that
did you
I feel
yes
like
on my
storytelling wise. I really like it when stories draw parallels between characters in really interesting ways, but the parallels in this game are extremely, extremely on the nose over and over. And it's like, yeah, I get it. I get it.
I think you get a kick out of
I
making
get
me
it. You know,
No. It's an opportunity
I'm
for you
taking the
two to finally
escalator.
move forward.
We've barely said a word to each other since Jackson. I'm just supposed to pretend that didn't happen?
Of course not. You guys need to talk about it.
She wanted Joel dead as much as the rest of us.
But she's not like the rest of us. She hasn't
she's
hurt
like
people
the
that
last of
before.
us.
She kills scars all the time.
Not the way we kill Joe. Don't forget, we are grunts. She's a medic. Come on, Abby. She's family. Do it for me, okay?
I'll try.
It'd be.
That's all I'm asking for.
I do think that the story would be better experiencing Ellie's full story first and then Abby's. But it could also be interesting experiencing Abby's story first in a sense, just because, like, with the stuff that we've done with Ellie so far, this story is recontextualized that every single one of these people dies. You know, like, we already know that as Ellie went on
Get
her
your things
murderous
ready.
killing
I'm gonna
spree
go now.
and killed them to
Yeah.
approach Abby and
Be
stuff.
nice.
Bye.
So, like, it's hard to build up a care for these characters when you as the player know all of them die. So it's like, you feel like you shouldn't be trying to get too attached because you know what comes, is what I feel like, at least. Because that's how I would feel like if I know that a character is gonna die. Like, hey, I need to not get too attached to them. That might not be the same for everybody, but that's how I feel when I experience stories, at least.
Later.
But yeah, there's another thing. They're talking about how Mel is shocked by Jackson, but she seemed pretty alright during the actual events of Joel's death. Yeah, another thing that I think the show did better, the whole WLF crew here, I think feels a lot more averted to Abby's violence in Jackson in the show
Scientist, huh?
version. They're actually like, holy shit, can she, like, please stop? Like, oh my god. Whereas in the game version, they're all just like, yeah. You know, it's... So I think that that's another thing that the show tried to, like, make effort to clean up, is what it feels like. Because, yeah, there's a lot of little things like that. So I am glad that with the show, they are trying to do, you know, some housekeeping things here. Feels like they're trying to make her feel more relatable just for the sake of it during Abby's section. Yeah, as opposed to, like, as a whole.
To roll?
Yeah, just about. Hi. Hey. I actually cleared you for active duty.
Barely.
You could probably get a stay if you ask.
I'd rather not sit around if I don't have to.
No one's okay with this?
Why would it be up to Owen? We need to grab Alice on our way.
Hey. Do better.
But yeah, that is definitely a really nice change. There's a lot of things with episode 1 and 2 that have been really, really big changes. Like, really, really small things that actually change a lot. Like, so many of Ellie's flashbacks. What the heck is happening there? Oh. Like, so many of Ellie's flashbacks instead being put in episode 1. And new stuff that, like, better displays Ellie and Joel's relationship, the nature of it, before
It's just
episode
usual
2,
rotation.
the actual beginning of the video game.
When you get back, will you
Is this
keep an eye on him?
pathfinding broken?
He seems, I don't know.
What is he doing?
Of course, how?
Well, he's complaining about a sharp pain in his wrist.
Welcome to Last of Us
Very
Part
cold
2 on
spirit.
Maybe we
PC.
can get him some more painkillers.
You know, it's not quite the level of, I forget her name right now, in Part 1, getting sucked into the mailbox and T-posing, as happened in that game. But this game is not, you know, a completely polished, perfect adventure while Part 1 is broken. Broken? Broken. Far from it. Like, man. I'm so glad I'm playing the PC version of this game, rather than the PlayStation version. Is he stuck? Does he try to follow me? Bro got distracted with the stanky leg up there. Oh my god! So to say he was doing the stanky leg. What is he doing now? Look, we can complain about the story of this game all day, But you play the PC version of this game instead of the PlayStation version, and this game is, like, endlessly entertaining. Again, I said that when this game was approaching release that I would wait for it to come out, and if it seemed like it was perfectly stable, I would just play the PlayStation 5 version because I already own it. So it would save myself money. I wouldn't have to buy the game again. So that's a thing that would make more sense to do financially and all that. But if it seemed like it was broken, I wanted to play it. And when it came out, from what I saw of gameplay footage, it seemed a lot more stable, and people were reporting like, hey, part 1 was an embarrassment, but like part 2 actually works like pretty good. They actually did like pretty good with this one. But, you know, delving into some of the negative reviews and some more specific videos, it's like, okay, it seems like it's a lot better, but there's still some kinks under the surface. I don't know if I completely buy that story. Like, I feel like there might be a little bit more under the surface. I want to delve into it. I am so glad I purchased this game a second time to play it on PC and experience this. I am so glad. And, you know, I'm pretty sure most reviews at this point are like, hey, you know, part 1 came out super broken, but this one actually came out like super stable and things are great. I don't know what the hell people are talking about. This, just like part 1, it is an unfinished mess that was pushed out so that they could coincide with the release of the relevant season of the show. Like, part 1 felt very much like the embarrassing state that it came out on PC. Like, it was rushed out to coincide with season 1 of the show. And this came out, what, just like 2 weeks before the, before season 2 of the show came out? So, clearly a release to coincide with it so that, you know, people are playing the game on PC and maybe they want to go check out the show now that that's trending. Maybe people are watching the show and now they want to go play the game that's based on PC now that that's out. Especially when season 2 inevitably ends on a cliffhanger and they want to play the game to find out what happens. So they rushed it out in whatever state it was in, and here we are. Oh. Oh. Whoa. Whoa. Now he looks like he shit his pants. Oh, it fixed him. Only a little bit of shit in the pants. Yeah, a bit of defying the laws of physics. So yeah, I definitely have issues with the story of this game. I'm definitely interested to see what they do with the show, because there's been a lot of improvements so far. I feel like the show is going to have like the same biggest issue of cliffhanger, go through all of Abby's story until you actually find out what happens, and even more brutally for the show considering, you know, the span of time between seasons. So, you know, I feel like that big issue is probably still going to stick around. I feel like season 2 of the show is probably just going to be like Ellie stuff, and he'll probably just do Ellie stuff with season 3. Most likely. And, the, PC versions of these games being rushed out to coincide with the show coming out in, like, embarrassing states are absolutely things that I can
Sucks for him.
criticize these games for. Because, by God. Now that both this game and Part 1 on PC are out, when Part 1 on PC came out and it was one of the most broken games I'd ever played in my life, I debated about, like, making a video essay on that game. And, like, just in terms of as a PC port, not, like, as a whole. Like, people talking about, like, Last of Us Part 1 and Part 2 story-wise on their own has probably been done to death already. But as PC ports, now that both games are out, the idea of doing, like, a video essay on the state of the PC ports of The Last of Us is very tempting, again. I could just do one that covers both of the games. How they were very much rushed out because they gotta do it while the show is trending. People are watching the show and they want to play the game, and now they can finally do it now that it's super accessible by coming to a platform like PC. All that.
Signing out, Alice?
It's
She's playing inside.
Great.
very, very rushed ports.
Hey, girl.
And then again, it feels really shitty and you can't get too attached because you know that the dog gets stabbed.
Don't be jealous.
Hey, Al. You want to go to the trucks? Let's go to the trucks. Oh, hey there, Bear. Yeah, okay, since you asked so nicely.
No, let's not do that. I'm gonna feel bad if I do that. I know it's not a real dog, but... yeah, the game has a lot of stuff going on with dogs. Oh.
Who's the best boy?
I just keep the tennis ball? Where is it? Oh, I was about to say, do I actually keep it? What happens if I leave with it then? I'm not gonna do
Go
that.
get it.
I'm not gonna leave with your ball. That feels shitty. Whoa, did that someone just pop in on the left side of the screen there?
Did I see you with Jen last night?
You, I'm pretty sure.
You dirty dog. What's she doing in
So
jail?
yeah,
Something for ice.
it just never feels good to mistreat dogs in video games.
She really likes it.
Or in real life, obviously, but like, you know what I mean.
Well, I guess you get to stay away from the combat.
Yeah, that's what you're into.
I'd be happy staying put, I think. Just treating families.
You'd miss
Why are
it.
the only ones on there perfectly ripe ones?
I don't think
There's flowers as well.
Go crazy.
You would think that there'd be some unripe ones. Maybe they're determinate tomatoes, and they, pretty much all ripen at the same time because of that. What's going on here?
Hey, Abby.
Hi! Parallels to Jackson, there's people that we know. Whoa. I'll probably do a little bit of Abby's section and then call it a night.
Hey, Pat.
It's 10:30 here. I gotta be
Hey,
out the
Pat.
door by 8 tomorrow and
Normal usual.
head out of town.
Got it.
Oh, and it starts out like it's a new adventure because
Which
it gives you
truck's
like tutorials for firearms and stuff.
Take S24.
If I use less bullets here, does that mean that I
I'm
carry
driving.
more bullets out into like the actual
Sign us out.
game?
Thanks.
May your survival be long.
May your death be swift.
Like, hey, here's a tutorial. Here's how a gun
Like to use
works.
a warm-up.
Whoa.
Down
Or I
for
guess
some
introducing some of
competition?
Abby's unique
Music brings
firearms.
the apartment.
Mayhap.
High stakes. Best score on a full magazine?
You're on, Cabron.
Okay, so I just have to use a full magazine in general, it seems like. Even though there's gonna be lots of ammo here, time to go out into the world and have like no ammo because because grounded mode and stuff. Alright, well. Wow. This is illegal at firing ranges, but okay, that doesn't count there. But yeah, you start aiming at other people's targets on a firing range, you're gonna be asked to leave. And not too much time. Dang it, because I fired at yours once.
I like my blanket tucked in tight.
God damn it.
And there's a couple of reasons why you want to do
We
that.
didn't say when I have to clean.
One, it's just rude to be firing at someone else's targets, obviously. But two, firing ranges like this will typically have things to kill the momentum of the bullet at the back so that, you know, it doesn't go anywhere harmful. You start, and so it's meant for you to be firing straight forward. You start firing at an angle, then you start running the risk of ricochets. And, you don't want ricochets in the firing range. That's the biggest reason. So, yeah. I just displayed there that I clearly don't know proper etiquette at a firing range by firing at his target. Irresponsible. Oh, sweet. If this game was more realistic, then I would, then someone would have asked me to leave after I did that. Alright, well, guess it actually does fully load me up on ammo. Even in grounded, wow. But yep, here we are, starting from the beginning again. I have one long gun, one short gun, I think. Yep, that's it. That's it there. 2 medkits, no bricks. Instead of Molotovs, you have pipe bombs, and I have none right now. I have no materials. We are literally starting again. 0 supplements. I've got my own upgrade trees. Got my own notes and collectibles. For her, I guess it's coins rather than trading cards. Got my own scraps and weapon upgrades. It literally is treated essentially like it'd be a different save file. So, what am I holding right now? Oh, the med kit thing. So, this probably would have been, like, better suited as just, like, a different save file. Select Ellie's story on the title screen or select Abby's story on the title screen. Either do them at your own pace whenever you feel like, or complete Ellie's story and then you unlock Abby's story. Or something like that. I don't know.
Alice gets shotgun.
Mel's pregnant.
Could use the fresh air.
I think something like that might make more sense. And that small change alone could fix some of the storytelling issues. It definitely fixed the gameplay issues. Because it really sucks gameplay-wise, where it's like you've been putting all this work on your save file into your inventory. Oh, there's another weird flash of things not existing.
Gracias.
And then the game just says, screw you, that's gone now. You're starting from the beginning again with a different character and a different story. So it feels really shitty gameplay-wise as well.
Have you been sleeping these days? Not great? Do you want me to get you something from the pharmacy? Or...
Like, in terms of the stuff that you do with Ellie before
not a big
the
deal.
game switches you
No,
over to
it's
play
fine.
as
I'm just
Abby
gonna
for the
wear
next
myself
20
out.
hours, that
I've been picking up a
bloater
few
in the
extra
arcade,
assignments.
you could argue is essentially the
You ready?
final boss as Ellie's
What do you mean?
story pre-Abby. Like I said, there's like a brief bit where you play as Ellie again, like right at the end. Not for very long.
Hey, man.
I think it's like one level if I remember.
Truck S24 headed to 2. Your survival be long.
And your dead be swift.
One longer level to be fair, but like one level.
Yeah.
So
Plan on getting
that
it
sucks.
Nah, Isaac says it's low priority. We're fishing up wild salmon right now. What did you mean about me and Owen? I haven't seen him in like 2 weeks. He keeps picking up open assignments. Has he talked to you? Did he say anything?
Oh
Or...
dear.
No, we're still not. I mean, I seen him in the mess hall, but we walk around each other. Jackson shook him. You know, I wouldn't read too much into it.
Yeah, well then why don't you actually show us during the segment in question that it shook him? They do in the show. I feel like they actually do it pretty alrighty in the show.
They were waiting for us.
Alright, ready for infinite ammo? Oh my god, Oh. I suck. Okay, well. Yeah, well. Maybe we should stop going for headshots. Maybe what I should do. How does my health work here, I wonder? I know my ammo would be infinite. Man, is it loud. Hopefully it doesn't take off a whole bunch of my health for Seattle Day 1 at this point. And then I start out super low. Watch, it probably will, won't it? Playing this game. Okay, well, phew. Whoa, okay, okay, well, I mean, my goodness, how can they aim their bows like that? I should just start going for body shots. I don't have to worry about ammo or anything, so, like... So, yeah, we immediately get into, like, the whole WLF Seraphite conflict here. You find out from Ellie's story that, like, they're enemies. We don't really know much more than that. So that's kind of one of the things that we delve into with Abby's story. In fact, I'd argue that's one of the biggest things we delve into with Abby's story.
We're too exposed. Let's get inside.
Yeah, so this is the first Abby segment. Wait, my friggin' ammo! No, you don't get stocked up on grounded. Maybe other difficulty modes, you actually keep your ammo past there. I didn't shoot my handgun a single time, and all my friggin' ammo's gone. Unbelievable. All my ammo's gone except for 3 bullets on the gun that I never even fired. Maybe I'll play this section and then call it a night. I don't know. Maybe what I'll do. So I presume in the show as well, you'll probably know that all these people die before you delve into the season all about them, including the dog, presumably. And as a player / audience member, when I know that preemptively about these characters, again, it just makes me feel like I shouldn't try to get too attached.
Copy that. Maybe we should have taken our chances.
Yeah, stocking up on the very first supplies at the beginning of the game. Since it would give me a whole bunch at the beginning, since this is the beginning. We're basically starting a new save file is how it works gameplay-wise. Yeah, be on the lookout for all sorts of stuff. I don't know what I just hit. Did I hit the arrow keys? I was scratching, like, the inside of my elbow by using the side of my leg. Hey, a stick. Yep, stock up on a bunch of starting stuff to get me through. So it was so nice that I was stocked up on so much stuff in grounded difficulty. I had double digits amounts of some bullet types. It was crazy. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. I assume that inventory will carry over to, like, the final level that you play as Ellie, but, like... It's not gonna matter until, like, the final level. So basically the inventory that I collect here is what I'm gonna have for almost the entire rest of the game now. Yeah. I remember stuff with the hardware store here. Bunch of runners around here. I don't know. And that's why I was also a little bit hesitant about using my supplements with Ellie when I knew this segment was about to end anyway. So it's like, may as well wait until like the final level. And, whoops, that's not the button to walk over slower. I mean, I guess you could argue it technically is, but yeah, I figure at that point when I'm actually doing the final level, I can look at the upgrades and be like, what do I want the most? So I pretty much completed like the one branch, and that was like the only thing that I really did. Maybe I got like a single upgrade in a different branch. I think the other person wanders this way. Yeah, especially in Grounded here, I can't even really get all that much stuff. I got the stuff that was highest priority, and the rest, it's like, there's not much game left to me actually being able to use it. Well, I figured. Well, I kept on not using them. Yeah, so you're just chilling out stationary. The one that wanders here is probably fair game to take out, I would think. You'll stop there, and then you'll turn around. Okay, I'm glad that in your turn there, you didn't see me. Yeah, so that's how Abby stealth takes down them there. Yeah, hello, Akari. It was pretty alrighty here. Took my truck in for repairs earlier today. And that's most of what went on here today. Hauling some stuff downstairs that are parts for our new furnace. That'll be worked on coming up here. Just a whole bunch of stuff to work on, and then chilling at the end of the day here with a little bit of Last of Us. As I kill some Zambos. So just chilling at the end of the day here. Probably gonna wrap up the stream here pretty soon though, because tomorrow I need to go out and help my grandparents out in out of town. It's gonna be a little bit of a drive.
Drunk and watching anime.
What?
Nothing.
How do I progress here again? Also, there was the door that I could open. Ooh. I don't know what I expected. Next look at. Whoops, that's C.
Guys, look up there.
Oh,
See
yeah.
the light coming through?
Could be a way out.
I'll climb up there and check it out.
Do I remember how to do that even? So clearly there. But the path is what now? Not here. I don't remember. Is there a such thing? Crawfish or clawfish? I don't... Loose mustache hair in my mouth. I think I've heard of a clawfish before. I assume that's probably crawfish? Was I in here before? Is this where we came from? I think it is, yeah. Yeah, it is. Out of the way, please. How the heck do I get over yonder way? There's a few places like this where I had to Google it when I was playing casually with family. What the heck? I'm pretty sure it's like climbing up some of these things somewhere. I don't remember where though. It looks like it probably starts here. Looks like. Well, I know that it's seafood, but what kind I meant. Birds. Rags? No. Tell me not a single one of those is a rag. Okay, and then you do this. Like that. And then we come into like the real meat of this section. I think I died here a decent few times even on normal mode. So like, I can't aim up enough, and that's probably the intention. for the doggo to come. Alright, so yeah. If I can do this without spending bullets, then great. If you guys can use bullets instead, that would be fantastic. Because, yeah, it's the beginning of a new grounded run here. I want to conserve my stuff. Oh, that's bad. There's another melee weapon there. That's nice. Oh, and I should be able to hit clickers without even needing to use my bottle because I have the melee weapon and stuff. So maybe I should save it specifically for, like, clickers first and foremost? Is maybe what I should do? I don't know. I think I got hit by the clicker once there. And there was another melee weapon around here somewhere. Alright. Oh my, where's the other one? I don't remember where it was. I know it was on the ground somewhere. I lost it. I don't know where it is. If you deal with the shambler, that's great. Fine, I'm just gonna do this, I think. Alright, that's not enough. That's not enough. Ooh, there's a thing. Okay, well. The game really wants me to use my bullets. I don't know what I just grabbed. Oh. I'm gonna restart this account, just screw it. Okay, like, I know I should just use some bullets and stuff, but, like, I would feel a lot more inclined to use them if I was still playing as Ellie and I had a shit ton of bullets. But alas, I have, like, nothing, so... Okay, so there's a replacement one here. If they can deal with that, that'd be great. I think I might just run around and smack some clickers, is what I think I might do. That sounds like a not bad idea. I'm pretty sure I already have a bottle, but I'll keep in mind that one is here. But yeah, I'll do that eventually. It might not be for a while. There's a few other Fire Emblem games I'd like to play first. Well, one day I definitely will, yeah. Oh. See ya! Oh my god! Look, this is fine. They've got it! They've got it handled! Nah, screw it. Yeah, I'll melee some other guys. I gotta thin down these numbers a little bit. I can do a little bit of damage to you without using a bullet, I guess. Oh, you were actually already a little bit lower. Alright, that... Dang it! Here. I don't have to get this perfect, but if I get damage, it may as well be later in the encounter. I'm getting information here. Here. Nice. If there's some clickers I can smack this with, then great. You guys deal with all the runners. I don't know. Fine. Whoa, that was a weird angle. I am getting far away from that. Okay, so there's one on the ground there. That's where the thingambob was. Do not lead that guy to me, please. Whoops, that wasn't a... Here, let's just go grab another plank, I guess. I know that there's one over here somewhere. I hear a clicker around here. There it is. Now, let me grab this. Nah, I guess I'll deal with you first. Well, I'll do. Okay. Oh, I thought that clicker was coming this way. I do have another bottle. So with one hit of my board, and then this. Uh-oh. Mistakes were made. I shouldn't have gone for that while the shambler was there. That was not a good idea. I just, especially at the beginning of one of these playthroughs. It's so weird to call this the beginning, but it basically is. I really want to conserve my resources in the beginning. So if I can do that, then great. That'll be fantastic. Oh, God. Okay. Alright, I probably got one more hit of this. Yeah, just explode over there. Excuse me. Oh, that's good. Got one? Maybe I'll chill up here for a little bit. I don't know. I thought I saw a collectible thing for a second there. Whee! Alright, well, they're having fun. Don't worry about them. Okay, well, let's maybe run over this way now. There's a brick there. That's nice. Hi. Okay, well, launch. Yeah. The clickers I would like to be able to melee. I can get the one thing, potentially. Okay. Alright, well, that guy's gonna be a little bit lower. I don't think there was any other melee weapons over here, though. Oh, I didn't pick up this one this run yet. Okay. Okay. While these other guys are on their way. If I can route like this, so I get another smack on you. Damn it! Okay, hold on. I want to do this without using a single bullet. Is that realistic? No. Is it what I'm gonna do? Yes. Well, okay, I'm not dealing with you. My allies can deal with that. And if I do have to use a bullet, after all, it's gonna be on you. So does that one melee weapon just always spawn here? Yeah, it does. Okay. So it's not like a drop or anything. No, I'm not dealing with that clicker right now. Thank you. Oh, God. Oh, I can get like a hit here. Whoa, I was about to say that animation was taking so long. I was worried someone was going to come up and murderize me while that was happening. Maybe I can deal with you guys for now. Hey, I mean, bear with me, bear with me. What did I just pick up? Whatever I picked up, it slowed me down. I picked up a canister. Falcon! Hotch! Okay. Yeah. Don't worry about it. Hotch! Just in case someone's coming up behind. That's like another clicker there. How much health do you have? My punches don't punch hard enough. Damn it. Yeah, so I may as well pick this one up here. Oh, that actually works out pretty well. Okay. Hey, smack. That'll take out you. That's perfect. Ooh, is there a... Oh, there's a bottle in there that I can use too. Nice. Okay, well, Falcon kick. Okay, oh. Bear with me. I don't know what I just picked up there. I'm not going there after all. You can call out here all you'd like. No, thank you. Look, it's fine. They got it. They got it. I don't want to use bullets here. Look, they got it. 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 I swear. Oh, there's scrap and stuff. Well, I gotta look and see if there's any loot while they're doing that. Here's this melee weapon that I didn't pick up before, so I can keep this for whatever future encounter. Well, I guess I got him. You and me, brother. Except for very different reasons.
We're getting out of here.
I didn't fire a single round. But I'm pretty freaking low on ammo. Like, this one isn't too bad. 9. Didn't even use any bottles that time. My allies actually dealt with them all really well that time. It seemed like they actually put in some pretty good work. Alright. Well, doesn't seem like there'd be too much loot around here. Mostly just like bottles and melee weapons for the sake of that encounter. But I did get the one part. The one scrap. The one part. I mean, what happened to the bottle in there? I didn't think I ever picked it up. Someone else break it? I was gonna throw my current one and pick that one up just for the fun of it. Never mind, I guess. Could be anything in there. Yeah, that back there is probably nothing. I can't break that. I don't know, man. Maybe trek into here and then call it a stream, potentially. I've probably gotten all the stuff that I can get around here. Well, most likely I've probably missed something. Oh, like that! I got a part. Wait, is there more? Oh. Oh, okay. Any more? Oh. Okay, well. Oh. Okay. Yeah, so there's some stuff around here and there. Alright, well, I've probably looted all the things. It's 10:58 p.m. I should probably be heading to bed here pretty soon. Can't be one of those late night nights. But maybe I'll head through here first, if it lets me.
Manny.
You got it.
And then we can check out this place next time. And then wait for the entire duration up to this point
Ladies first.
being done a second time before we find out what happened at the climax.
Go ahead, Abs.
He said ladies first.
I like you, Abs.
Yeah, and then this might have been one of the places that I needed to Google how the heck I got out of. I don't remember.
Reminds me of your dad's greenhouse.
Shouldn't. All these plants are alive.
Good point.
You know what? This is good. You two needed a bonding moment.
Shut up, Manny.
Working already.
Yeah, I'd go around collecting stuff, but knowing how this game works, it's probably not gonna save that I collected it, most likely. Oh. May as well just loot next time. Well, I may as well do, because I'm probably gonna have to recollect this stuff, I would imagine here. Go ahead and save. That was an autosave from when I was testing stuff out when it came to inputs and stuff. That's why there's 2 minutes on that save file. I guess it's this one here, current autosave. Where's my last, this is my last manual save here, I guess, then. So I guess I'll save over this, or cycle across these 2 slots or something. Sure. Or much the manual save matters, even. Alright. Well, I've been streaming about 4 hours here. 12 more seconds, and it's going to be exactly 4 hours. So, a decent length of a stream tonight. But not one of those super crazy streams, because I can't stay up late tonight. I gotta get to bed here. So, appreciate everybody that tuned into another stream of The Last of Us here. Another review of another episode of the TV series with episode 2 there, and yeah, we'll see what the rest is like. Maybe I should just be streaming this game like once a week as well, coinciding with the release of episodes, so I can keep on giving my reviews here or something like that. Talk about their differences. But yeah, I'm going to bed for now. So until next time, take care and see you.